Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well today. Today we're talking about two of the Chanel bags. We're comparing the new Chanel 19 to the classic medium classic flap. So I think you're not surprised by this video because you all know I've recently acquired this beautiful new dark navy Chanel 19. I've been wanting this bag in my collection for the longest time and super happy that I'm finally able to add it into my collection. So I think online there's already quite a bit of comparison video of these two bags. And you know, recently, well, I think last year Chanel, they've officially added this 19 to their classic line. So I think if you're new to Chanel and you're looking to purchase your very first Chanel, you might be wondering whether you should be investing in the new Chanel 19 or in the classic flap. Maybe it's a pretty easy answer for some of you, but I think some of you out there might be contemplating about this decision. So here's what I think, and hopefully it's somewhat helpful. I'll do a quick comparison and then quick what can fit in here, but there's probably already quite a bit of this information that you can find on YouTube. So in terms of size, well, let's just talk about overall structure, right? This one is made in lambskin and it's very squishy and soft. There's like no structure to it. It does stand by itself, at least mine does. I don't know if other people's bags do stand by itself, but mine does stand by itself. But it's like really, it's a pillow like bag, you know, it's really soft. There's no structure to it. Which means it could also be somewhat more flexible when you're putting stuff in. It's made with lambskin, so it's not as durable as the caviar leather, but it's, you know, this one is, they have a special coating for it, so it's somewhat more durable than your classic lambskin. But overall, you guys can tell it's definitely not a structured bag compared to the classic flap. Now with the classic flap that I have in my collection is actually in the caviar leather, and this one is from 2018 or 2017, 2018. Yes, it hasn't been that long. I think it's from end of 2018. And then it's in the silver hardware. It is one of my kind of first real bag, I guess, if you don't count the wallet on chain, because that's more like an SLG. So this would be my like first real Chanel bag. And I've used it, but not very frequently, I have to be honest. Like maybe, I think under 10 times. Well, it being the most precious bag, most pricey bag that I have in my collection, so I tend to baby it a bit more and don't use it unless it's for more of a special occasion. So if you look at the size of the two bags, it's actually quite comparable. This is called the small size in the 19 series. It is the smallest size in the 19 series. However, it's actually about the same size as the medium, if not a tiny bit larger even. It sort of measures slightly taller, I think. But it's quite similar in terms of size. However, the classic flaps are made with double flaps, right? So, which means that the space inside would not be as big compared to a 19. So we can do a quick what fits in here kind of comparison so you guys have a general idea. So we'll start with your regular phone. Again, the phone can actually go into the Mona Lisa pocket if that's what you wish to do, but it does stretch out and doesn't fit all the phones. So it's pretty tight. You can maybe do like a card, maybe a card holder or just some cards, but it's pretty snug. Like, I don't know if it's not that easy to use personally, I think, so I don't often put anything in here. So the phone unfortunately will go into the main compartment or in this first layer here, which I think makes more sense. But even with that, you do have to open the turn lock before you can have access to it. So I think this part makes more sense for the phone, so it's more organized that way. That's the one piece that you would often reach for, I guess, right? And then inside you can have your compact wallet. It's really snug still because I don't use it often. So it's still very snug and very rigid. So I have my key pouch here with the keys inside. And then I also have a compact key holder. a compact mirror. So I'll give you a quick shot of what it looks inside right now. Okay, pretty organized, but it's pretty tight. Like it fits well if everything is in this kind of flat shape. Can fit a pack of gum, hand sanitizer, I guess, on the top, a small hand cream, a travel size painkiller. See, it's getting pretty tight already. Maybe a lipstick instead. Yeah, I don't think it's even comparable at all to the 19, because based on my recollection from my unboxing, it can fit way more. So trying to squeeze in, like, it won't even let me put in my full size. How about my earplugs? Nope. Okay. So it kind of stops there, which is really not that much. So I can close it, I guess. Yep. Okay. So I packed in a few things, but really not that many things. And it's already pretty full. I'll show you guys how it looks with all the stuff inside. And this is the one shoulder. Okay. And I do wear it crossbody. I like the crossbody look for these classic flap on me. So, but like I said, overall, this is not one bag that I would say I use it very often, but it is the one bag that I think if I have to pick one thing to keep in my collection, this might be it, and I'll tell you why. Okay, I'll take out the things quickly for you guys, and then we'll do a comparison with the 19. So I have the lipstick, the hand cream, hand sanitizer, we have the compact mirror, compact wallet or card holder, whichever you want to call it, the actual key holder, card holder with actual cards in it, and then a pack of gum, and that's it, and then your phone in the front. So I mean, it's not too bad if you compare it to like a mini size bag, for example, but I think it's a lot less if you want to compare it to the 19. So let's try it out. With the 19, I think one of the things I love the most is this back pocket. It's quite convenient. It has a magnetic closure here, and then, you know, it's a perfect place for your phone, I think. So I will leave the phone there. And then let's go through the same thing. So you have your compact wallet, the key holder, compact mirror, your card case and a pack of gum, your hand sanitizer, your hand cream, and then your lipstick. And look, that's everything already. It's only half full. Like honestly, it can pack like almost double the amount, I think. So now I can put in the extra, for example, the extra full-size floss, my little travel size painkiller, my earphones, even my glasses, deodorant, travel size deodorant, and look, all that still goes in, no problem. It's getting a bit heavy and does look slightly deformed, I have to say, but it does fit. And this is how it would look like if I put it on my arm. Like with these luxury bags, you don't want to, you know, overfill the bag for sure. So I would just say this is just a demonstration. In reality, I probably wouldn't make it this full, to be honest. But here it is. Okay. Alright, just quickly show you guys again what's inside. Full size, like, glasses case. Floss, travel size deodorant, travel size painkiller, travel size hand sanitizer, hand cream, lipstick, compact mirror, earphones. Sorry, I just realized you guys probably don't really see it. I wasn't showing to the camera. The compact mirror, the card case, pack of gum, the key clay, and then of course your phone in the back. So it holds way more. So if that's something that you really care about, like you feel like you need to carry this amount of stuff on a regular daily basis, then I would say maybe the 19 is for you, because it definitely holds a decent amount for even the small size. If you want to hold more, or if you want to use it for work purpose, I would say the large or the maxi might work really well for you. It will hold your laptops and things like that even. So I think the maxi size is super cool as well. I'm too small to be able to carry something that large, but I think it would look fantastic on some taller people. So in terms of capacity, then you can see this definitely wins. So now if the question is, you only have the budget to purchase one bag, because in terms of the pricing, they're about, so for this specific size, I have to actually look it up. So I will look it up right now. Alright, so I'm back. So this one right now retails for $6,525, and that's after just a recent minor price increase. I think it went up about like $75, something like that. And this one now retails for $7,925. So you are looking at about a $1,500 difference, and this is all in Canadian price currency. I think you're looking at about the same in any other currency, but just with a conversion. So now then, I guess in terms of, if you're thinking just about functionality, capacity, maybe this one is more worth the price. They're both obviously luxury items and way over, like they're both very pricey bags. But this one is about $1,500 more plus tax in Canada. So it is quite a bit more for something that's very similar in size. Now, I think it's gonna be a very difficult decision for someone who's new to Chanel, because you would think the classic flap should be the first bag that you purchase, and that's exactly what happened to me at the time, right? Because I did my research. At the time, I guess in other classic lines, there was already the Boy, who was very hot at the time when I purchased this bag. There was the reissue, and then Gabrielle, I think that was the other one. I think those are the only ones in the classic line. I wasn't really into the Gabrielle. I was intrigued by the reissue, but then obviously really fascinated or really want to own a bag with the turn lock, with the CC turn lock. So, and then in the end decided to think, it's the time to purchase, and it was already fairly expensive when I bought the bag. But, because it's a classic bag, so you just feel like if you're gonna put in the money to get something from Chanel, it should be this classic flap. Whether you're getting in the small size or in the medium size, but it's essentially the classic line. Sorry, I was just gonna look to make sure my zipper is tucked in correctly. And then now this one came out in 2019 and then quickly become one of the very popular trendy bags. But now they did one thing that's reassuring, I guess. They are now adding this as part of the classic line, which is a big deal, which means they are going to come back series after years. So that just shows how much they believe in this design and how much they are willing to bet that this one will be a kind of a classic or long-lasting trend for them, or long-lasting bag for them. But, I still think my personal opinion is the reason that this classic flap has been around for years, for I think it's like over 100 years now, and still remain to be popular and very sought after, everyone still wants this bag, is because it's such a easy, versatile bag in the sense that any person can wear it, really. Like, doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your skin tone, doesn't matter what style you have. You could be street, you could be formal, you could be classic and elegant. this bag will work for you. You can wear this during the day, you can wear it in the evening casually or for specific occasion. It would always work, which is very unique thing about this bag. If I look through all my other bags in my collection, not a lot of them would be able to do that. So I think that's one of the main reasons why it still remains to be one of the very popular bag, because it's so easy. I really think I can't think of anyone who just not be able to carry this bag. I mean, other than like if you're maybe a kid or something, but like I think it's just so easy. Anyone can wear it. And so easy to go with any outfit. Now I'm talking about the black one, but even if you go with a color one, it's still such an easy bag to just go with outfit, to actually reach for and use. I only don't use it as often because I do have a lot of other options and I don't want the bag to be damaged. But like I said, if I have to be forced to pick one thing out of my collection to keep and to like use on a regular basis, and that's the only bag I can use, this will be it. Because I do think, like I said, it could be everyday bag or a more formal bag. It's large enough to fit most of your essential things, but you know, it's still small enough if you want to use it as more sort of a formal occasion. I think it still could work. So for that reason, I really do think that's the reason for its longevity and why it's still remaining to be one of the most wanted bag out there. Now, I don't think that's entirely applicable for the 19. So I think for the 19, it's not the most classic or elegant type of design. So I would definitely think this is more of a casual everyday wear. I do see people wear it with more formal outfit and it works sometimes. But I wouldn't be able to carry this, I think, to like a gown or something like that, like a, you know, formal fancy party. I just think it's not designed for that type of look. So even if you tuck in the chains, like maybe the walk could work. Like for the 19 walk, if you tuck in the chains and use it as a clutch, because it's a bit more structured, that might still work. It does still have this very chunky chain, which makes it a bit more street and more casual. Even if you hold it as a little clutch, it's not a very formal look because of its like slouchiness and softness to the bag. Even if you hold it on your hand like this, I've seen people trying to do a formal outfit with a bag like this, which, you know, it's still pretty, but in my opinion, I would say in those cases, you might as well just go with your classic flaps, right? So that's something to consider. However, with that said though, I think my own personal style is very relaxed, very casual. So that's why I think this bag works perfectly for me and I truly love it. And I think I'll definitely use it more than I would use my classic flap. I am already kind of using it more than my classic flap. Just because I love the chain detail, I love how much you can hold. It's an easy bag. The length, crossbody length is just perfect. Definitely more comfortable crossbody length than the classic flap. If you're looking to invest and making a decision between the two though, here are a few things I would say you could consider. Now, because the classic flap has been around forever, there are tons of options on the pre-market that you can look into. Now, I know some people are not always into buying secondhand or pre-loved, but there are actually a lot of people out there that buy these bags for collection purpose to resell later, or some people, they just bought it and never actually used, so it's like brand new pretty much, full set. You could explore those options if that's something you're interested. You may be able to get one with somewhat of a discounted price, because the bag has been around so long. There are so many options out there. You just have to do your research and you know, look for one. So I think for that reason, you know, you don't necessarily have to buy it from the boutiques because the price is so insane right now. So that's an option you could consider. Now, on the other hand, with the 19, because they only come out in 2019, there isn't that many pre-loved or secondhand options. Even if they are in really good, almost like new conditions, they will likely be over retail price. Because they're still quite sought after, and even in store you sometimes will have to have a lineup before you can get your hands on one. So that's why, you know, that might be one of the reasons why you want to buy the 19 from the boutique right now, just because that is the market price, right? Like you wouldn't be able to find a vintage one or anything at a lower price. So, you know, it would almost make sense for you to buy it from the boutique. Now, if you want to buy it from the boutique and you think you're debating, like if it's just, you know, debating between which one to buy from the boutique, well, then you have to look at your own personal style. Like I said, this is the one bag that I can say you can just never go wrong with it. You can be wearing anything and wear this bag and still works. So if you are more, if you're not a super sort of casual, if your look is a little bit more girly and cute and elegant, if you wear a lot of dresses and skirts and more like cute outfit, I would say the classic flap makes more sense for you. But if you're more cool, edgy, or relaxed, wearing a lot of slouchy baggy pants or baggy shirt, baggy sweaters like me, I love oversized everything, right? So I wear a lot of oversized sweaters. I wear mom jeans or baggy jeans a lot. Wear a lot of chunky boots. If that's kind of your style and that's what you're comfortable with, then I would say 19 will fit your style perfectly. And I don't have to tell you, if you have that style, you probably would know. So it really comes down to, you have to make that decision for yourself. In terms of an investment point of view, I would say if you buy the 19 now and plan to resell in the next year or two, I think you're fine, because I think this will still be trendy at least for another year or two. I don't doubt that at all. But I'm not sure if it will last forever, because like I said, I don't think this is a bag that would go with any other, like every outfit, you know, or any kind of style that you have. So not unlike the classic flap. So it's very possible in a few years things will change. You know, the trend now is still mini, small bags, but it's very possible it will get into like large bags and things like that. It's hard to tell the future. So, you know, it might be, if you're thinking about buying something and maybe resell in a year or two, I think you're safe with the 19. But again, if you're only buying for your own collection and then you don't care about it, whether trending is staying or not, then go ahead and choose which one that fits your style the most. I don't know, I'm sorry the video is not super organized, but I feel like I'm giving you guys just my opinion and thoughts on these ones. I love them both, and I fully intend to keep them both in my collection for a very long time. I'm already just like using this one quite often these days, and I feel like I don't really plan to let it go anytime soon. It definitely still captures all the essential classic element of Chanel. Like you have the return lock, you have the quilting, just in a very different way, which makes it even cooler, right? So whether it'll stay or not, or whether it'll stay trendy or not, I still think I'll love the bag regardless. I think a good comparison would be when you look at the Boy when it first came out. It was super trendy. It was still very, very in. I think the trend is slowing down a little bit in the last couple of years. I wasn't super into the Boy look. It's a fabulous bag still, and a lot of people still wear it. A lot of people still love it. So that could be something you might be looking at, similar trend or similar pattern with the 19. So you could consider that and consider whether if that's something you're willing to invest in. So I hope this is helpful for you, and if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. And whichever one you decide to buy, I really hope you will be able to find it soon and add it to your collection. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.